Is this thing on? Mic check. What's going on, AAA family? It's your boy Coach Smook here on the Coach Smook Network, your favorite Alabama insider and sports media personality, bringing you another live morning show. Before we get into the show, I got to ask you to do a few things. First, just come in and like the stream. You don't know how much that truly helps the channel continue to grow. Make sure you share it out. Let somebody know that you're tapped in here on the Coach Smook Network. And also, just make sure you're subscribed. If you're not a member of the AAA family, take an opportunity and join by typing in the chat right now, exclamation mark, AAA. Hit the enter button and you'll see a link provided in the chat. And if you need help, one of our moderators can assist you. We thank you for every future partner that's getting ready to join this family and help us continue to grow. And today, we want to invite you to get into this conversation. The thoughts are on you. The phone lines are open for you. I want to hear your thoughts here on the Coach Smook Network. Somebody type it in the chat. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Let's go.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Hey, y'all, I'm walking out of Walmart. Check, what's your name, bro?
Man, my name Michael McKinney, man. I'm a true Alabama fan, and this man does a good job on his podcast.
What's up, bro?
Reviewing Alabama football. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate that, bro.
Tide.
Roll Tide, man.
Good morning, everybody. Let's go, AAA family. Good to see y'all this morning. Good to see everybody this morning. Good to see y'all. Come in, drop a like, hit that like button, share the stream, tap this screen if you're on TikTok. If you're on Facebook, give me a reaction and drop a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. We're going to jump right into the show today. We got the phone lines opening up here in about 15 minutes. So if you want to get on the phone lines and react to today's conversation, please do so by calling 334-625-1121. Here in about 15 minutes, we'll have that phone line open. We want to give you all at least 5 to 8 minutes on the phone line to get your reactions, your thoughts on all the topics of conversation on today's show. Good to see everybody in the live audience. If you're watching post live stream, hopefully you've already commented and let us know where you're from. But also, I want you to answer this question for all my Bama fans, even for the people that's paying attention to Alabama, because there's a lot of that going on. Let's be honest. You know, let's just be honest. It's a lot of Bama attention everywhere across college football. And a lot of people are really paying attention to Alabama's recruiting, right? And I think right now, we need to give the Alabama fan base, but also just the fan base, the college football fan base, a reality check. So I thank y'all for being here this morning, and we're going to talk about that this morning. D, I appreciate you for tapping the screen over there on TikTok. Dalton, I appreciate you for tapping the screen over there on TikTok. Thank y'all. Make sure y'all share the screen, and make sure you check it on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please pull up on YouTube. On the YouTube side, let's do a quick roll call real quick for everybody that's here in the live chat right now. As you come in, I'll acknowledge you. But we're trying to get into this conversation this morning. What's up, Roll Tide Zach? Good to see you in the chat, my boy. My brother MJ, good to see you in the chat. He said, what's up? What's poppin', AAA family and Coach Smook? I'm good, man. Good to see you in the chat. I appreciate everybody for pulling up, man. Roll Tide. Got an early crowd. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Got Apostle Anderson. I see bands. I see y'all over there on TikTok, man. Roll Tide. Welcome in. Talking Bama football this morning. Hopefully, I get y'all on the phone lines here in about 15 minutes. Get y'all thoughts on Alabama's recruiting. All right, Jordan, let's transition. Today's topic of conversation, like I said, let's talk real talk about Alabama's football recruiting. Caitlin DeBoer, Courtney Morgan, the staff, Jatavis Sanders, Mr. Weldon, the whole team in Alabama, I believe, are killing it in recruiting. But a lot of fans have a different thought, and I'm going to get into it today here on the Coach Smook Network. Jordan, let's hit that transition and get into the show. Somebody type it in the chat. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Let's do it.
You're talking about Jalen Milroe and the Pips?
The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
Not going to take us a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
Yes, sir. Let's get into it. So there's a particular tweet that kind of led me to this conversation this morning, and it's worse ones out here. But I think right now where I'm at is I want to just kind of acknowledge the good outlets that put out quality stuff, or just show y'all how different of an approach people take to their evaluation of what happens in the college football arena. There was this tweet by Bama Visuals posted on the 22nd of June, and it was right after some people were saying that that Caldwell was trending towards Alabama. It was something that I had said weeks before, but the tweet says Bama Visuals, and I think Bama Visuals is one of those fair weather type of energy content creators, but they love Bama football, and they posted, and I'm gonna share the screen here, Jordan, real quick. I'm gonna share screen so everybody can see it. And the title, the quote on the stream, on the tweet says, "We are on fire." Right? It says we are on fire. And it shows Kyron Caldwell. We just recently talked about Caldwell being a rising target for Alabama. I truly think we have the Caldwell commit, honestly. He hasn't went official. He was supposed to do it this past weekend. I don't know what happened. A lot of people thought he was going to be a Maryland commit. I think Alabama has a strong possibility to really lock him in as far as a verbal commitment. But once again, you got fans kind of making little slight jokes, we on fire. Alabama fan, another Alabama fan kind of made a point that I've been making. Latair Brooks was a 3-star. We're going to talk about that. Ravion, Ladmine, we're going to have 23 stars, 5, 4, and 4 5-stars, man, like in my dynasty, somebody. And then you got haters, people that just cry all the time. I've seen this guy tweet on other tweets, CC Bama 57. Delete this, scorching, why post this? Another Bama fan. Just not understanding. We are mopping up with these 3-stars. We got a whole boatload of 3-stars that are going to commit this week. This is where the program is now, 3 stars. Now, I don't know if he was actually mad, but fans came behind him and really are telling some truth. 3 stars are the move now. If you can evaluate good, they don't command millions of dollars. 100%. One of the points that I was going to make today. Got a lot of fans talking about the average for this class. You looking at star ratings and averages from these recruiting sites who are getting paid to boost guys' stock in a sense. And I laugh because that's all it is. They charge these outrageous fees to go and get evaluated, to go and run 6 or 7 reps, and for you to tell me that I'm better than 140 other kids at my position in my state or in the nation. So didn't win the contested catch. All right, let's go. It was another tweet I wanted to acknowledge too. Give me 2 seconds. But yeah, so just to give an initial reaction, I don't think people understand what happens with player development when you're recruiting and they transition into the collegiate game. So you have 5 stars that are projected to be ready, day one ready. College football, when they get to the collegiate race, no matter what level, these 5-star ratings are saying that these guys are ready, right? No matter the position. You have so many 5-star quarterbacks that go and get projected to be this high-rated quarterback, and then they go that freshman year and they have to sit behind a guy that was probably not even a 5-star coming out of high school, but they have experience. And there's so many flaws in the rating system, in my opinion, because we've seen it. I would argue that Latier Brooks, as far as what he does at the wide receiver position, is way more valuable than what you get from then 4-star, I believe, 5-star JoJo Earl. And Latier Brooks was a 3-star. You know, Dre Kirkpatrick is a 3-star. This is a player that Alabama fans are very excited about. London Simmons, true freshman, last season was a 3-star. A lot of guys that are getting rated as 3-stars is because they aren't camp kids. They aren't what do you call them? Legacy camp kids that go to camp from 8th grade, 9th grade up until their senior year. I'm telling you, I don't see Alabama falling off in the recruiting aspect. When you turn on the film, you look at everything that's transpired with the roster, you have to admit that there are some quality guys across this roster. Everybody looks at how well the offensive line played when Parker Brailsford joined the roster. He was a 3-star, came from Washington. He developed in a system that and had tutelage that allowed him to get better. Good morning, everybody that's tapping in live. What's up, Adrian? Good to see you, man. Welcome in, representing the happy mutts over there in Athens, Georgia. Bernard Phillips, I see you tapping the screen over there, man, on TikTok. Appreciate you, my brother. Make sure y'all share it up over there on TikTok, and make sure y'all come tap in on YouTube. I want to see some comments on YouTube. I want to get your comments on the screen. I know you're tapping. Get on that YouTube tap. At Coach Smook on YouTube. We're live right now. My guy Rutherford McCulloch Benson said, "Good morning, Coach Smook. Put me in the game. Roll Tide, and my birthday is Sunday, July 12th. Also, I'm about to get engaged." Oh boy, you got a lot of beautiful things happening, man. God bless you. Thank you for tapping in, man. Don't forget, make sure y'all grab them wristbands. Join the AAA family. But congratulations to you and welcome in Roll Tide, my brother. And I've seen more successful 3-stars in the league than 5-stars. Dylan Durnham, welcome in and Roll Tide to you. Hot comment of the day. That's the main point I wanted to make right now. And I did a research. I talked about this on my walk and talk on the way back home. And shout out to the 32 in the live. I want to talk about that real quick, highlight this point. Right now in the league, 73% of rosters of the NFL active players right now on rosters, 73% were 3-star or lower rated players coming out of high school. For the 2% that graduate from college or they leave college and enter the draft and are on rosters right now, that out of the collegiate population, the football population, only 2% actually get drafted, right? Only 2% of players that's eligible to go to the draft get drafted. And of that 2%, right, 75% of those, 300, 400 players that get drafted, I think it's 300. And then you go to about 415 or 450 that gets those unrestricted free agent opportunities. 70% of that is 3-star lower rated players. So is Kalen DeBoer and this staff onto something with this transitioning into a game where you have to apply on the outside, not on the field, but off the field in the GM side of things, in the roster management side of things. You have to now do somewhat of a salary cap. You have to be able to budget and project. You got to be able to invest into the areas of immediate demand on site, right? And that you have to balance with portal and recruiting. So when you have targets that you feel that, and I'm not saying they're the best options, but if you feel like they're the best for you and you invest in that, right, and you're able to get 4 other possible prospects or I guess you could say prospects or players in that same position that at the same cost or less cost, but have the same potential that can develop behind that asset that you just invested in, I think you're putting yourself in a great position to be successful. My guy Bernard Phillips coming in with the comment right before we go into our infomercial break. And then right after that, we're getting into the phone lines here on the Coach Smook Network. Hopefully y'all are excited about it too. My guy Bernard Phillips says, "Yo, I just came over here from TikTok. Roll Tide." Appreciate you for tapping in, Bernard. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, man. We got to get up to our 5K by kickoff. Y'all got to help us. September 5th, we want to be celebrating. The top 3 QBs in the league right now are not 5-stars. I'm looking at Mahomes, Allen, and Jackson. 100%. Give him a siren for that comment. I like to go straight to the highlight of the face of the league when we talk about this. A point I have written out earlier, I said, you look at some of the highlighted guys of these the superstars of the league right now. I believe Jahmyr Gibbs was a 3-star too, if I'm not mistaken, coming out of high school. When he committed to Georgia Tech, I believe he was a 3-star. Jameson Williams was a 3-star at Ohio State. You got a lot of guys that are coming out that are quote unquote 3-stars that end up getting Terrion Arnold, another 3-star guy. Even guys start off as 3-stars, and then when they all of a sudden get an offer from Alabama, a staff that evaluates at a different level than you do at Rivals or at what are the other camps outside of Rivals camp. You know, these OT7, 7-on-7 competitions and things of that nature. These junior combines. When you're able to evaluate guys in detail, you make these visits, in-home visits. You're seeing them on Friday Night Lights. You're seeing them during their high school workouts. You can truly evaluate, right? When you can get film from quality programs at the high school level and see these guys against other 5-star talents, in-state talent, or whatever, or other quality talent, not necessarily 5-stars, you can really evaluate them. And I think that's where Alabama is getting ahead at. They're starting to really go in and evaluate in some of these pipelines, and that's expanding their reach in recruitment. So when we come back from this infomercial break, y'all, we're going to get into the conversation. We're opening the phone lines right now. And the topic of conversation on the phone line today is, and I'm gonna read it so we can get it cut up like like one of them professional shows. Y'all know we're trying to grow up a little bit over here. Let me see. Where did I put it at? Topic of conversation. With Alabama and their current ratings, and you got to understand, this class right now is quote unquote outside the top 50 as far as the current commits. So many 3-stars across the board with 75 ratings and all of this stuff. People are so bent out of shape about it. With the current ratings of Alabama's current recruiting class, should Alabama be worried about the production of this incoming recruiting class? I want to highlight something before we go into the conversation also. I want y'all to look at how much of the roster is holdovers from Kalen DeBoer's tenure. When Kalen DeBoer came over from Washington, he retained a class of let's talk about this. Ryan Williams, a 5-star. Jalen Mbakwe, a 5-star. Xavier Brown, a 5-star. Xavier Mincy, who's transitioned to free safety, who came in as a corner, retained him as a 5-star. Noah Carter was a 3-star when he first was getting recruited. And then once he flipped to Bama, he got that 4-star rating. Jeremiah Beeman, another guy that came in as a 3-star, ended up being a 4-star. Kevin Riley was a 3-star, ended up getting a 4-star. I mean, all these guys were 3-stars that's when their recruitment started. Red Morgan was a 3-star out of Central Phoenix City, ended up getting his 4-star. Rico Scott was a 3-star in that class. Will Sanders, who's still on the roster, was a 3-star, and we expect him to contribute on the offensive line. Asai Fager was a 3-star. We expect him to be a large contribution on the interior of the defensive line. Caden Jones, Jay Lindsey, Drake Kirkpatrick, QB Reese. Drake Kirkpatrick, Caden Jones, and QB Reese are expected to be very impactful rotational players on the defense. And you all were excited about these guys coming into this season after you saw what they did in spring ball. The Bama Nation. I heard people talking about how great 25 looks. Steve Bowler was a 3-star coming out of high school, going into junior college. And once again, Parker Brailsford came over from Washington. He was a 3-star. I look at the 25 class of commits, right? Let's scroll down a little bit. We know about the big name guys, Justin Hill, A.K. Derrick, Caleb Edwards, all those guys. Let's talk about Luke Metz. Ended up being a 3-star guy. He's projected. You guys are excited. Abdul Sanders. He's a guy that I believe has the highest upside in that. Him and Xavier Griffin and Zay Hall, they have the highest upside in that inside linebacker room. Latier Brooks, we keep mentioning him. London Simmons. I know we didn't get to see him in spring ball because of his injury, but think about it. My guy Dylan comes in with another one. Keelan Russell, who everyone loves now, was a 3-star commit before we recruited him from SMU. That's the thing. Once he started getting evaluated by a quality staff, those ratings changed. You get a Bama offer, it changes for you. For Tua Henry ended up being a 3-star. This guy was unrated when Alabama went and got him. Jack San Marco, another player on the roster, 3-star that we're expecting to get some contribution from this season. A lot of these guys are expected to contribute at a high rate this year. 26 class, last year's class. The one that everybody's so excited about, ready for them to get on the field. Names that's making noise already. Early spring. Corey Howard on the D-line. Mari Johnson on the D-line. We talk about Trayshawn Brown, the running back, number 17, looking a lot like Kenyon Drake for us. Zay Hall, another name we're excited about, a 3-star. If you paid attention to the offensive line, Tyrell Miller, he's making an impact. Nick Sherman is a 3-star transfer, right? A 3-star transfer, but the young man, he showed up in the spring game. A lot of quality talent. And then you got a lot of people, they were laughing because Aubrey Walker, the Moody graduate, going to be a fall enrollee, a solid 4-3. His other teammate just got offered too. And people are laughing because they're both 3-stars. But this is in-state talent that's going to be able to impact a room that's going to need some depth, especially after this season. With Noah Rogers going down, we are very slim at wide receiver. So this staff is doing a great job. I'm going to give y'all a moment to get settled and get ready to call in on the phone lines. Right after this message, we're going to get into it. Are you concerned about Alabama's class, this 2027 class? And is 3 stars really, is the star rated system really something to be overhyped about or to pay attention to at this point in time? And what we have available in evaluating players at the high school level when recruiting them at the college level. Let's get into it right after these messages. Take an opportunity to join the AAA family, everybody. I appreciate y'all for supporting. But joining the AAA family, continue to help us grow our memberships is a great way to help us expand. This is how you do so here on the Coach Smook Network. Check it out.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game.
Yo, we want to take a second and just thank our sponsors here on the Coach Smook Network for supporting us and keeping us live and active here on the call-in segment. Our first sponsor, our newest sponsor, Frederick Harris and Farmers Insurance of Hoover, Alabama. We thank you for their sponsoring the Coach Smook live call-in segment here on the Coach Smook Network. And yes, we're ready for you to call in here on the Coach Smook Network. You need any help with your insurance needs? Need to be educated, you're looking for a policy to fit you and your family's needs, here on the Coach Smook Network, we can help you out. Frederick Harris, our sponsor of Farmers Insurance of Hoover, Alabama. You don't have to be in Hoover, Alabama to get his help. You can contact him good. You can Instagram his name. You can look him up on Google, and you can find all of his information and reach him, which is up to date and current on the internet. Do so to help us out. Appreciate you. We got our first call on the line. Let's see who it is. Yo, Zach, what's up, man? You in the game with Coach Smook? Talk to me, man. Hold on, Zach. Let me get you into the phone line. Let me make sure you're routed in the right way. Let me see. We should have you now, Zach. What's good, Zach? Say what's up to the chat. Hold on. Still not there. Hold on, chat. I got y'all. Don't panic. Do not panic. Do not panic. We should be good here in 2 seconds. All right, say something now, Zach.
What's up? Road Tide. Can y'all hear me?
There we go. All right, man. They got you, Zach. Talk to me, man. Topic of conversation. We staying kind of on topic today. Alabama's recruiting class. I want your thoughts on it. Should we be concerned? We see a lot of overreactions from the Bama fan base. Talk to me, Zach. What you think about this recruiting class?
I don't have any concerns because Coach DeBoer, Courtney Morgan, all of them said what this recruiting class was going to be. You know, we knew it was going to be a small class. You can't go out here like pre-NIL and stack a roster anymore like Nick Saban was able to do. You know, we can all agree Coach Saban was able to stack a lot of talent, which helped Alabama. But also, Coach Saban was able to get those players to buy in to what he wanted them to buy into that continued to make those teams successful. You can't do that in NIL day and age. You know, you can't go out and spend a whole bunch of money on a roster. It's like in the NFL. You can't go out and buy all and stack a big roster and pay big money for all these big time players, because then when draft time comes, you won't have any salary cap left to, you know, draft players, you know, in the draft. You know, so it's kind of similar to that. So we're counting on retaining and developing players in the NIL era, and with the new rules being implemented next year, it just allows for us to maintain our roster and continue to develop players as a whole to give them the best chance going into the NFL.
100%, Zach. I want to know, when it comes to the fact of the matter, what do you think is behind everybody's need to have a class full of 5 stars? What do you think is behind it? Because at the end of the day, I've seen multiple number 1 ranked classes, number 2 ranked classes that haven't teams that haven't made the playoffs in the last 2 years. So what to me is the rating system is kind of not is doing a lot of our fans an injustice as far as to what it actually is saying. What's your thoughts on that?
And I agree with you because we all know a lot of the players that are getting the 4 and 5 star ratings are camp kids. Kids going to camp to or playing on the set in the 7-on-7 leagues with some big name coach. That is hyping them up. And giving them hype. And, but when as it translates into college, it doesn't always work out. And I mean, we've seen it at Alabama even before NIL. With the rosters that Nick Saban had, he didn't hit on every single player that he recruited. I mean, you can't really know what a player's going to do until he gets on campus and you can evaluate him in a live game setting, And so I mean, I get it. I do. Would it be nice to have a class full of 5 stars? Yes, but it ain't a necessity. And we have noticed lately, since the NIL era, the 3 stars are being more successful in the league than the 5 stars are. And so, I mean, I think the matter of the fact is, with this coaching staff, everybody wants him to live up to be what Nick Saban was, and that ain't gonna happen. He cannot be Nick Saban. There's not gonna be another Nick Saban in this NIL era. But he can build the best roster that he thinks is that he can evaluate and recruit and live with the results. Now, if we have bad seasons, that we'll see, his style of recruiting take a hit, But other than that, I think what he's doing is trying to manage NIL and manage the money effectively to get the best results in the future moving forward.
All right. And I think when you got to start factoring in, not necessarily just the money, but how you balance the value of your roster and the type of NIL opportunities you want to create. I think there's a higher upside. You're not maxing yourself out when you have a roster full of 5 stars that's demanding this high-end amount of money, right? Just based off of pre-rating of what they're actually becoming. So I think you're right at spot on, Zach. Final thought before we let you off the line. We got about 37 seconds before we close the phone line, man. I mean, before we get off the line. Final thought on this Alabama recruiting class and what we should expect going forward, man.
For me, I expect us to continue to do fine. This is just a bump in the road, so to speak. A necessary bump in the road, to get to where we want to be moving forward. And I have full faith and confidence in this staff, and I'm excited to see what this roster is going to look like. Their roster is going to look like in the SEC.
100%. Do you think? And I'm gonna apply this to everybody. I'm gonna apply this to everybody when you get on the phone line. If we have more callers, do you think that which former 3-star in Alabama's roster do you think is going to be the biggest impact this season coming up on this season?
Ooh, I got Lottie Brooks, Landon Simmons. I think Lottie and Landon are gonna have the 2 biggest seasons because they had a big impact last year in the reps that they would receive last year. I think with not as many guys in front of him this year, Landon has 4 opportunities to show what he brings to this defense, you know. And then on Lottie's side, Lottie has so much speed and breakaway talent that I think that he will super exceed our expectations.
Exactly, Zach. I feel you on that. Hey, appreciate you for calling in. Say it for me one time, Zach.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
I appreciate you, man. Roll Tide. Y'all give it up for Zach in the chat. Let's go. Do I got my team back? Y'all sleep? Hold on. Appreciate you, Zach, for tapping in on the phone line. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Daniel Hill was a 4-star, brother. Daniel Hill was a 4-star. He came in as a 4-star, was always rated a 4-star. I don't remember him ever being a 3-star, even before his commitment to Alabama. I think some of their smaller evaluations, but as far as 247, they had him as a 4-star when he committed. Y'all, we have an emergency. I gotta do something real quick. Hopefully we can get this transition good. We have some breaking news, y'all. And I got to put it out there for y'all. Here you go. Here we are, breaking news, everyone. I have some sad news to pass along to my Bama Nation. For those of you all that have been supporting the channel here of recent, we have a certain caller that's been very quiet over the past couple weeks. And even with the phone calls, we were kind of getting the sense that there was some fair weather fandom amongst his presence, amongst his aura. And we have visual confirmation here on the Coach Smook Network. While sending out the automated messages, I was getting replies to the Google chat, and I'm going to zoom in here, see if we can zoom in and get this part of. Let me see. All right, let's close it. All right, so what happens is we go through our Google Voice and we send out an automated message to our frequent callers when we have phone lines. And Kelsey Shepard, everybody, boo that man. Kelsey Shepard, let's boo that man, first of all, has declared himself as a fair weather fan. The text message read as such, and I have no reason. I will be posting screenshots of this as we get a clip. The text message read, live calling segment on the Coach Smook Network. Are you worried about Alabama's recruiting? Lines are open. Call in now. He replies, instead of calling in, he replies, yes, with a sad face, crying face, a sad crying face. I couldn't help but reply, it's a call-in segment, bro. This Shep, I don't have the number saved. It's just the last 6-7 callers. He said, oh yeah. I said, oh yeah, this Shep, of course you worried. LOL, you know, with that fair weather energy. And he says, I'm done with Bama, man. He says, I'm done with Bama, man. I said, shaking my head, fair weather fan. I had no other words for it. He said, I just stopped talking about him. All that, it's a circus. It's a circus? Yeah, he'll be a UGA. He'll be a UGA fan soon. Adrian, he'll be a dog fan. You know how y'all get on y'all team. Y'all fit on him quick. He fit it right in perfect. He fit perfect. Either that or Auburn. Being that he's the boy from Prattville, you know what I'm saying? He said, no, this one here, been a Bama fan since a little boy. I'm 44. You know what, fair weather fans, stop using that as a defense. All that does is tell us that you have been around long enough to know better than to do some of these antics and some of the bullshit you pulling. That's what that tells me. if you're older than me, if you're older than the age of 36 at this current time of this live stream and this recording, you should know better than to be out here quitting on Bama in the offseason at that. In the offseason, this is the time where Florida fans, Auburn fans, the fans that know that their team is going to be trash can talk just as much trash because it's all hypothetical. But you are around here proclaiming that you don't have no confidence in your team, but you a solid fan. Get out of here with that. Fairweather fandom all over that, man. So right now we're going to take a moment of silence. Let's stop the music. Let's stop all the screen action. We're going to take a moment of silence, and we're going to give this moment of silence for our former Alabama fan. He can't be an Alabama fan on this show. Kelsey Shepard. It's way too early. We in July. We at the beginning of July, and we already got some Fairweather fandom activities. And you know what it is, chat? It ain't even like it's new. You can tell when somebody got that Fairweather fandom in. Them people that over exaggerate when Alabama be in tight games or in good games, they Fairweather fans, right? It's okay to worry sometimes, but when you publicly proclaim negative things about your team before they even happen, you Fairweather. Because guess what's going to happen in the season? Shep going to be blowing this line up. We only going to give him 2 minutes, though. We can't get none of that. We can't have that Fairweather energy going across the airways, y'all. We cannot have that Fairweather energy going across the airways, y'all. We cannot have it. Oh, let's take this moment of silence here for our former Alabama fan, Kelsey Shepard. I thought you was a solid fan, Kelsey Shepard. But now, you ain't nothing but a Fairweather fan. So today, we welcome you to the Fairweather. Well, we send you, we cast you to the Fairweather fan base. And enjoy your stay. Whenever you want some deliverance, we got you here on the Coach Smook Network. That's your Fairweather fan report of the day. We thank you. We'll be right back after this quick infomercial break. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to today's Fairweather fan report. Oh, somebody say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. All right, back to it. Coach, phone line still open, 334-625. We got about 7-8 minutes left on that phone line. So if you call in, make sure you have your thoughts in place and ready to talk here on the Coach Smook Network. Topic of conversation on the phone line. Is Alabama's recruiting class in trouble? Are you worried as Alabama fans? Let's get in the comments for the next few minutes while we wait for the phone lines to ring up. We got some comments on TikTok. Let me see. We got more people tapping the screen. Appreciate Stormy for tapping the screen on TikTok. Give it up for Stormy. Scott, appreciate you. Appreciate you for showing love. Antonio Snell for tapping in over there on TikTok. I think we got some gifts. Got a few gifts. I can't see it on that dashboard, but appreciate all the gifts on TikTok, man. What up, Red? What up, Red? What up, Red? We got Big Bama in the chat. Phone line open. Phone line open if you're trying to get in on it. 334-625. We got about 5 minutes. We'd love to get your thoughts on Alabama's current verbal commits in this recruiting class. Should we be worried? I don't think so. I think when we look at all of the 3-star prospects that Alabama is currently having on roster, are they really quote-unquote 3 stars? Is London Simmons a 3-star to you guys? Does Michael Carroll look like he should ever have been rated a 3-star? Does Luke Metz or Latia Brooks look like they should have been a 3-star? Was Terrion Arnold a 3-star? Kool-Aid McKinstry, was he a 3-star? In 10th grade when he first had his, well, no, I think he started off as a 4-star also. I think I don't went OD. Mac Jones was a 3-star national championship quarterback, right? Kenyon Drake, 3-star. Josh Jacobs, 3-star. I mean, a lot of these guys were 3 stars. I mean, recent guys, Parker Brailsford, 3-star, coming out of high school. Keelan Russell, as long as he would have stayed committed to SMU, maybe a 4-star rating. He could have went to the Elite 11 camps and did everything he did after committing to Alabama. And still because he was committed to SMU, it's politics. That's why I can't stand it. 334-625-1121. 334-625-1121, the phone number. Let me see if okay, we didn't miss no call. 334-625-1121. Should be on the screen. It's up there. You should see it scrolling right here. 334-625-1121. Appreciate you for tapping in, Marquis. And make sure you guys have them wristbands too. Think about joining AAA family and becoming a member of the Coach Smook Network, helping us continue to grow. TikTok family, Twitter family. I've been seeing a lot of overreacting on the Coach Smook Network. A lot of overreacting. Got 2 calls coming in at the same time. Let's go 865. Let's see who it is.
Call from
Marquis.
Yo, Marquis, you in the game with Coach Smook. Talk to me, man.
What's going on, Coach? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself, brother?
Man, doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. Now, I'm good, but I'm upset, man. I'm upset, man. All these fans out here talking about our recruiting class, this, that, and the third. Like Debo ain't put up together a top 5 class in the last 2 years. You feel what I'm saying? And we haven't even let our young guys get a chance to get in here and develop to see if they're going to be any good. You feel what I'm saying? It's frustrating because 2 years of work. I wouldn't even say DeBoer's had his best seasons, but he's still getting some of the top guys to come in here and buy into what he's got going on. And I think we need to kind of sit on that for a second. He hasn't had his best season, and we're still getting top recruits. You know what I mean? We're still getting the number 1 quarterback in the 27 class, number 1 quarterback in the 25 class, man. It's just, it don't stop, man. It don't stop, but who am I? You know what I'm saying?
100%, man. And I'm right there with you. I look at it right now, and we're about to bring this up on the screen while we're on the phone, man. Right now, we got from the 24 class, right? The 24 class with Ryan Williams. You've had Bach come in as a freshman, Xavier Brown, Mincy, Beeman came in, didn't play his freshman year that much. Daniel Hill came in as a freshman, got some spots that first year under Coach DeBoer. You had Red Morgan started as a freshman. And people forget Red Morgan did not get that 4-star rating until those classes were re-rated. And that was after his commitment to Alabama. Same thing with Mal Waldrop. Same thing with Will Sanders. Same thing with Isaiah Fager. Same thing with QB Reese. A lot of those guys that have come in as 4-stars, they were 3-star guys before they committed to Alabama. So even in that, it's all politics to me. And I don't get it. I don't get why the politics should matter that much, because when I look at it and I look at what players are doing on the field, it's not many players that Kalen DeBoer and this staff have recruited or haven't recruited, right? It's not many players that aren't right now doing damage on the field.
100%, man. You look at Lottie, man. He became wide receiver 2, wide receiver 1 for us. It felt like, Germ was wide receiver 1 for me for the past 2 years. I just feel like he was Mr. Consistent, Mr. Somebody we could count on. You know what I mean? And Ryan Williams is more of a guy who's making a splashy play. Obviously, we're hoping that he could become more of that wide receiver 1 for us this year and be Mr. Consistent for us, catch about 8, 9 passes a game. You know what I mean? Hit that 100-yard mark, get a touchdown or 2. You feel what I'm saying? But I feel like, Lottie, 3-star, never got ranked properly. You feel what I'm saying? Best player to come out of Jersey in a long time. I feel like, yeah, man, I think he's gonna have a great year for us. Obviously, London Simmons. You continue to talk about, the other guys that we have, right? Red Morgan, who's been an absolute dog, should have never ever been sitting behind Deshaun Jones at no point.
Come on, man.
Love him, but you know what I mean. That's again with the politics. I think that DeVore has a lot of loyalty. Damani Jackson, we love our players, right? But I think that we're bringing the right guys in, as far as young guys, older guys, and we just gotta trust the process. I know that sounds kind of redundant, but I mean the process is exactly where we want it to be. I feel like we're in a great place to make a good push this year. Yeah, man. Keelan wasn't even a 5-star, man. He earned those 2 stars. You know what I mean? He was a 3-star. Shout out Nick Sheridan. You know what I mean? Hope he does well against Michigan State this year, man. We gotta trust our valuation now. If we haven't trusted it by now, we never will. You feel me? So that's how I feel about it, Coach.
100%, man. Well, final thoughts as we get ready to open the phone lines back up, man. Do you think with this class and the current 3 stars, do you think there is a reason to be concerned? 1, and then 2, of the current 3 stars, quote unquote, former 3 stars on roster, which do you think will have a breakout season this coming up fall?
Well, number 1, I don't feel like stars matter. Truthfully and honestly, nobody knew any players on Indiana. If y'all did, come holler at me in my DMs and tell me that y'all knew them players on them team, because y'all didn't. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all didn't know them boys, and I'm not trying to hear it. And those are a prime example of a team that just put in the work. You know what I mean? Shout out Kurt Signetti for trusting his work, trusting his evaluation, right? And I think that's the same thing we should do. It hasn't looked how we wanted it to, but I think we're getting there. I think with a little bit of faith from our fan base, we might even do a little bit better. But I think number 2, talking about 3 stars that are going to pop off this year. I'll keep rolling with Lottie, man. I'm a big fan of Lottie. Have been since we started recruiting him. You know what I mean? Almost 2 years ago now. So I think Lottie has a year where EA has to put him in the game. They're not gonna play my boy. Like he didn't snap off against Oklahoma and make his announcement then. But that's okay. But that's okay. I think he's gonna get all that respect back this year. Like I said, I feel like, if Ryan isn't who he needs to be early, I'm talking about early, we will see Lottie get all those targets as he should. So that's where I stand, Coach. And appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, big dog. Keep doing your thing, man. Love what you're doing, bro.
100%, man. Before you get off the phone, can you say it one time for me, man?
Yes, sir. Put me in the game, Coach.
Yes, sir. Y'all give it up for my guy Marquis on the phone line today. The name of Coach Smook. Yo, we finally have a sighting. A real-life Fairweather fan in the flesh has pulled up in the chat. Welcome in, Fairweather fan Kelsey Shepard, the oldest Fairweather fan in the fan base. I mean, in the AAA family right now. Apparently, says he 44 and he been a fan since he was a little boy. So that makes you the oldest Fairweather fan in the chat. Give it up for him, chat. Boo that man. Boo that man. Yeah, we ain't got time for no Fairweather. Phone line is open. We got time for 2 more calls. We're only at the 54-minute mark. Got enough time for 2 more calls. 334-625-1121. Call in, share your thoughts. Do you feel like Alabama's recruiting class is in trouble? If so, let me know. But if you don't, talk to me. What's your thoughts on it here on the Coach Smook Network? Phone line is open. We'll be right back real quick, y'all. All right, we're back. Appreciate y'all for tapping in real quick. I had to run upstairs to the studio real quick. My bad. Nobody tell me I wasn't upstairs in the studio. I had the Bluetooth hooked up. 334-625-1121. There's a lot of fans that's out here on these social media websites and these different groups and stuff making themselves look foolish because I guarantee you this team comes out and goes 11-1, 12-0-ish type energy, 10-2. I guarantee you a lot of these same fans that's talking about it's over with and this new age football, all this, hush. Hush. It's not going back, I promise you. I guarantee you. Shout out to the 83 viewers in the chat between our platforms. Make sure you like and stream on YouTube, Josh. If you want to call in, I really want to get some more thoughts, man. We've had so many interactive segments over the past couple weeks, and the clips that are flowing out. A lot of you are making a name for yourselves with your voices. I know we don't have a huge live audience, but we have a huge viewership post live. People love to hear the clips, and our team has been doing a great job of finding the hot points in the season. I mean, in the segments to get us. What's up, Kelsey? Tell him you a dog fan. Now, hey, tell him. Hey, Shep, Georgia fans, they love to pick up any fans, man. They pick up any fans. They accept them all. They got a good spot for you. He said, dog forever. I'm not a dog, man, but I am a big Kirby fan. I respect that guy. Hey, nah, you a dog fan at heart, man. The way you be whimpering and whining around here, I'm at the bottom of the... Yeah, we got to check your... Oh, we got it.
Call from
Shep.
Shep. What's up, Shep? Talk to us. You're in the game.
Hey, man, what's going on, Coach?
And talk to me, man.
Nothing much, man. Happy 4th. Hope you enjoyed it.
Hey, I don't really celebrate the 4th. I kind of just, I acknowledge it, but that's another story for the day. But hope you enjoyed your day of celebration. Apparently you don't know how to appreciate quality evaluation of football. Let's talk about it. I ain't beating around the bush with you today. What's your problem with Kalen DeBoer and his recruiting?
Well, I mean, I don't really have a problem. I mean, I see the route that he's trying to take. However, I mean, it's just an opinion. But like I say, and here's the thing with me. Like, if you doing it for the quarterback position, by God, do it for all the positions. And what I mean by all, stack your D line. Man, this guy, I don't know, maybe you can prove me wrong. I'm sure you can because you got a lot of depth and insight. But name me three or four, and they ain't got to be 4 or 5 stars, to be honest with you. I mean, I saw earlier where the guy was talking about Alabama signing a bunch of 3 stars. I mean, I get it. Money can be a problem. And here's the thing about all this with Caleb DeBoer, and nobody around the nation can really say that this is, that he's done this. Obviously, he expects to process and produce the product that he already has with minimum leaving the program, because obviously he expects for the last 2 classes to remain in the program because they're young. So that means that Kalen DeBoer has to put those 2 classes in process to hit to get them ready, to put them on the field. And he's banking on them guys to come back, while at the same time he pours into 2025 class. That's his motive. That's basically what he's saying. So he's saying this year we don't need head knockers. We don't need dogs. I'm not saying the guys that he got may not be some dogs, but I'm seeing a lot of skilled guys, receivers, tight ends, man. And I know everybody want to flip the script, and everybody want to say football has changed. and I was listening to to Kurt Herbstreit, and he was saying some things about where we are. But here's the thing, Coach, we got to understand this right here. Are we headed toward almost basically two-hand touch? I mean, you got to ask yourself, are we headed almost toward where, the head knockers, you may have one or two here or there, and are they slowly vanishing? I thought football started in the trenches. I don't know. I thought you had to have, 5 or 6 guys blocking for your quarterback. And on defense, you had to have 5 or 6 guys trying to go get the quarterback. There was a time where it was all about, I got to get the quarterback. Well, unfortunately, with Tom Brady, all them folks coming through the NFL, it has affected college football to the point to where you pretty much can't touch the quarterback, and now that's trickling on down to basically defense, to the point to where a lot of head coaches may feel like, well, except for a few, and we know that the head coaches that feel like that is Mr. Kirk Signetti, and you got Kirby Smart over there. All them boys still believe in the trenches. But for some reason, I'm not saying that we don't believe in the trenches, of course, but look like Alabama is going to a smaller offensive lineman. They said that Caden DeBoer, offensive lineman, mainly hangs out at about 300. Well, we know we had some last year that was about 330, 340, 350. Everybody is saying, like, the offensive lineman. But the last time I checked, offensive lineman was the offensive lineman. Either he going to play for you or he's not. I don't, All right, so that's an exception. I said, okay, a smaller offensive line, maybe a Washington-style offense. Okay, so then we got to deal with, of course, not being able to run the ball. Now people are saying the offensive line going to be better. We're going to be able to run the ball. Are we? If you go with a lighter offensive line in the SEC, can a running game be enough to where you can bring a type of?
I got a question.
Hold on.
Do you have you looked at Alabama's roster?
Yes, I've looked at it, but I'm just saying that
hold on. So for you to even be talking about the offensive line to be light, that's not true. Michael Carroll, 6'6", 318. Jackson Lloyd, 6'7", 317, 325 now, officially on the roster. Casey Pope, 324. Will Sanders, Mal Rogers, 6'5", 325. Chris Booker, 300, true freshman. Nick Brooks, 6'7", 339. I'm calling out a bunch of 300s. I don't see no 280 center like we had last year.
I didn't say 280. I didn't mention 280. I said that the information that I got in the last couple of weeks, that Caden DeBoer's offensive line, so he likes them a little bit leaner, a little bit smaller, around the 300 ranges, probably some 315. That's what I said. I didn't really, but Alabama had some last year that was more heavier than that. So now what I'm saying is, in the SEC, I'm talking about the SEC. I ain't talking about Michigans and all that. In the SEC, Coach Smook, I'm just saying, can a 315, 20-pound offensive lineman handle the rigorous toughness of a physical defense in the SEC week in and week out?
Ohio State O-line did it. Indiana O-line did it. Michigan O-line did it.
Okay, right. Right.
Miami's O-line did it. Notre Dame's O-line did it.
No, Miami O-line was 350, 360.
No, they wasn't. The Miami O-line is not. They had 2 guards that was maybe over 325, 330. Most of them guys, most of your NFL offensive linemen aren't more than 330 right now. Yeah, but I'm not saying that they got to be 350. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm just comparing, like, the style of play and moving forward versus what they said we had in the previous year. From my information, they saying now these are Caden DeBoer's guys, and he like for his offensive lineman to be a little smaller. That's moving forward. So all I'm saying is, in the trenches, Coach, will those in the SEC, in the trenches, can they hold up, to get us out of the SEC so we can get in the playoffs and see what we got in the playoff? Because you got to get out of the SEC first, right? So I'm not even calling nobody else
You know, I'm calling straight SEC. That means your Tennessees, your Vanderbilts, Kentuckys, and all of that. Now, also what I was saying about the quarterback position, we all know Alabama is loaded at quarterback with a potential of getting another 4-star from Benjamin Russell. And I know the guy. I used to cut his hair. I know his mama. I know his daddy. The guy from Prattville, same place where I'm from. This guy probably going to pick Alabama. Alabama going to have 4 starting quarterback, 4 heavy hitters at quarterback in the roster. You got to know there's 2 or 3 of them guys going to leave there. They're not going to stay. So if you can stack a quarterback position up with the intentions on somebody leaving and saying, why can't you do it across the board?
But who's to say they're not? That's the you keep beating around and see. Let me take it now because
them guys gonna leave. Them guys gonna poach. Them guys.
Hey, what you're doing is who's saying they're not stacking around these positions? If you're getting quality 3-star guys that's going to develop and be able to produce like a London Simmons, like a Latair Brooks, and you're getting 3 and 4 of those guys based off your evaluation, and they're producing, quote unquote, as 3-stars when they come in and they're developing, they're able to develop behind other 3-stars, you're stacking the position. What is the point you're trying to make? You want a 5-star name there to be like, oh, we got this 5-star in the waiting. That don't mean he gonna be good. Duke Johnson was a 5-star. When he got transitioned to linebacker, he's struggling. He is not the best linebacker in the room. Does that take away from him as a player? No. But when you talk about these rating systems, there's what the flaw is. So for Alabama fans to just be looking to be stacked with talent, with 5 stars and 4 stars, that's not the way to go. We got another call on the line. Let's get another call in. Let's get it.
I did ready, man.
Yo, you're in the game with Coach Smook. Talk to me. What was your name again?
I did ready, man.
What's up, Big Bama? Good to see you, man. Good to see you in the chat. Good to hear you on the voice. Talk to me, man. Alabama recruiting class. Is it bad? Are we in trouble?
Bro, let me tell you something, man. Can I speak freely, man?
Speak freely.
The fan base, y'all need to chill out, bro. Y'all need to quiet down. Hey, none of y'all never put no team together. And none of y'all never been right about nothing. All you know is what Coach tell you, what Coach show you, and what they put on the field. And we as fans, we get the privilege to sit back, don't do nothing, take all the credit, and give all the blame. Shut up sometime, man.
And you know what? Bama, I see the Twitter noise, right? And I say, I don't think people realize the amount of talent that was hidden in the pre-social media era of recruiting. How many dudes? Where'd you grow up at, brother? If you don't mind me asking.
Say it one more time. I'm sorry.
Where'd you grow up at? Where'd you play high school ball, or where'd you go to high school at?
I played Corona Centennial, and then I played in Mississippi in Pearl.
Okay, so when you went to Mississippi, how many dudes did you play against, or did you see play? Do you feel like just in your immediate area, your competition level, how many of them dudes do you feel like could have played at the next level at a Alabama, at a Georgia, at a Florida, at some point in their career?
A lot of them be opportunity, and then also taking advantage of the opportunity presented to you. And I'm not with some of these people when stars don't mean everything. Most of the people giving these teams stars weren't even former athletes.
Come on, man.
Y'all are going crazy over the opinions of people who weren't even former athletes, that don't even know necessarily what it looks like to be an athlete or what it goes through. If you go back and look at the last 3-4 saving classes, all them 5 stars we got, you go back and tell me how many of them 5 stars, one, made it all the way through their time at Alabama and became something. Whether they stayed or transferred, what did they become? Even some of them high 5 stars. You look at his last 3-4 classes, all the kids that portaled out. What was it, about 70, 80 kids portaled out?
Come on now.
Those were number 1, number 2, number 3 classes that Nick Saban, the GOAT, looked at and recruited, brought in to develop.
I look at guys like Jaheim Otis. Was it Jaheim Otis a 3-star?
He was a 3-star. He came in doing his thing for a little while. They thought he was gonna be he was gonna amount to something more than what he did. He ended up transferring out, and we still haven't seen Jaheim Otis.
And this was a guy that Coach Saban had offered as an 8th grader. People forget that. Jaheim Otis got offered as an 8th grader. Coach Saban saw this 8th grade young man. This guy can fit my system. Let me offer him. He never got above 3 stars as an overall rating. But when he got to Bama, the hype around him, the narrative around him is what brought him to attention. So it's not necessarily these rivals camps, 247 and all these other camps that's really validating. It's just like we had somebody in the chat, Mary J just asked, so stars are an opinion. Yeah, they're a heavily favored opinion for some reason. Somebody that had a lot of money said, I'm speaking on these kids' skill sets and and how they're evaluated. And I think because Alabama and Ohio State are looking at these guys, they're this good.
There's no way that you can put eyes on every kid in high school across America.
Come on.
And then give me an accurate top 100. You're going to have some kids that hit, and you're going to have kids that miss. But to sit here and act like these coaches who don't sit here and put hours in on film, and know their system, know what they need, know what they want to bring in to be successful, they don't know what they're looking at. They've been doing this.
They've been doing it, man. They've been doing it. I look at it. You made a point earlier. I'm gonna call out some names. And I want y'all to tell me where they are right now. All right. These are names: Jake Pope, Elijah Brown, tight end; Antonio Kite, cornerback; Sean Murphy, linebacker; Isaiah Hastings, defensive lineman; Traquan Fagans, cornerback; Amari Knee-Black, tight end; Jaheim Otis, offensive tackle; Kobe Prentice, wide receiver; Kendrick Law, wide receiver; Earl Little Jr., corner; safety now. Come on, Emmanuel Henderson. Where are these guys at now? Aaron Anderson.
That's the latest one we can point to. 5-star. Everybody in the country wanted them.
Come on, man.
Wanted them.
Come on,
man.
Paid
them, then paid them again. He went and left us with the Notre Dame, and from what I hear, he ain't even cracked that top 2.
Come on.
For sure. So
talk about that.
But that's what I heard again. So again, we keep crying over these high school rankings like they don't have to come to college and prove themselves and earn they keep. Like, I don't understand that.
I mean, look at even the recent guys that just left. You talk about James Smith. James Smith is up at Ohio State struggling, y'all. He's up there struggling.
He struggled here.
He struggled here. Never amounted to anything. But that was a 4-star. Oh, he should have been a 5-star. Everybody claiming that. These camps, man, they're limited. I'm telling you right now, it's about how much you can give them, and that's how many. The more reps you can get. Most of these guys go to these camps and they're running 7-8 reps in a 3-hour time span. That's not, to me, that's not truly evaluating if a guy's better.
Enough.
It's not enough.
Not enough, man. Let these coaches do their job. Let them do their job. They've been winning with some of Nick Saban's most famous athletes that come through his program weren't 5-stars.
Come on, man. Didn't pan out.
He had a walk-on. Levi Wallace came in. He walked on and made his way all the way to the pros, and I think he might still be playing.
Is Levi still playing, chat? AAA family, somebody find out, because I know he was playing like 2 years ago when I was really paying attention to the NFL. But I think Levi Wallace is still active on somebody's roster in a rotation.
That's what I'm saying. We got plenty examples of being able to identify talent and what you think you'll be able to get out of that talent within your system. How you'll be able to utilize them and maximize that person. And recruiting, can we stop talking about recruiting and crying about recruiting? It's not recruiting no more, man. This is not recruiting no more. This is pay for play. It's not about relationships. On 1 minute, the Alabama fans say that they don't want us to go out here spending money, giving all these kids all this money. They ain't proved nothing yet. Kids ain't been on the field. Why would I give him $1 million? He ain't been to college yet. And then, as soon as we lose that kid to another program that got $1 million to blow, right? Because they ain't never won nothing, so they don't matter to them. We just trying to get our name out there. Matter of fact, I don't even think we plan on winning. We just want our name in the headline.
Come on.
We compete. And we're going to get this kid to touch the field, and then we start crying because why we not paying people like they is?
Mm-hmm.
What we doing? When have you ever won a race looking backwards, watching the people running behind you?
Come on, man. Ever. When I've never been that fast. I've seen a couple of guys in my life that could look back towards the end of the race, but I've never seen somebody start a race looking back and win that mug. Never.
Talk perspective as well, man. We not as bad. We're not as far down, as bad down, or whatever people said we were. They buried us when Saban left. First year head coach, the man won for the 9 games.
9-3.
He went 9-3 regular season. Name me another first year head coach that went 9-3. Where?
There's not many.
There ain't many of them, man. Then his two
in the SEC
in regular season.
Come on, man.
SEC appearance, lost to Georgia. Okay, reigning SEC champion. I hate that we lost to Georgia, but I mean it's Georgia, right? Y'all love some of us Alabama fans secretly love Georgia. Okay, so we lose to them in the SEC championship. Then we go and we get a playoff win on the road. First team in the nation to do that, and we lose to the champion, eventual champion.
The last two playoff appearances. That's why I keep trying to tell Bama fans, Coach Saban left us in a position where the eventual national champion had to beat us. Kalen DeBoer shows up and within a 24-month time span is showing the same level of production or I guess abilities to get to these points. It's just a matter of time before he like I truly believe, man, and we're gonna close out after this. I truly believe that once he has his guys like he did at Fresno, like he did at Washington, the turnover wasn't as fast coming to Bama. You had a lot of talent that you couldn't just be like, yeah, he don't fit my system. You had to wait. You had to really evaluate these guys, and they didn't have that luxury coming over at 23. Coming over to 24. They had some of that luxury in 25, and you saw the team improve a whole game. And now you coming into that third year, that second year really of having the roster, you saw the type of roster turnover that happened. You've seen the production from the young guys that you put on display for the last 2 years, 3 years, or 2 seasons now. I don't think there's a reason to doubt the formula, man. Final thought, Big Bama, and then we're going to get out of here, bro.
47 to 48 kids Kalen DeBoer recruited himself, and he brought in his guys are still on his roster. That's retention. And if the coach is telling you going into recruiting, I'm not going to bring in a big class this year. We're going to try to swing at some guys. If we get them, great. If we don't, I still feel like we're in a great place with our depth, with the experience, with the young guys we got coming in. All of them are going to play. Plenty of them are going to get some time. We're really big on these guys. Trust his process. He told you what he was going to do, and he's doing it, and you're crying like you never heard the man open his mouth, giving you the truth to your face. I don't understand. That's my final thought.
100%, man. Say it one time before you get off the line, my boy.
Roll Tide, man. Kill our puppy dogs.
Kill our puppy dogs. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Okay, man. You know what it is. Put me in the game, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all give it up for my guy, Big Bama, man. Roll Tide, man. Y'all give it up, man, for everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all participation. We're going to read a few comments before we get out of here. Big homie over there on TikTok, tap it in. Appreciate you for the gifts. Brick, tap it in on TikTok. Appreciate you for the gifts. My boy Buck says this guy doesn't understand the scheme offense. What do you mean? Oh, you must have been hearing you must have been on commenting when Shep was on the line. We don't know what Shep was talking about today. He one of them fans that's stuck in the past, man. He's stuck in the past. They yelling Roll Tide real loud when we winning. They complaining even louder when we losing or when we don't seem to be the dominant factor in the conversation. They can't stay steady. They up and down. Fair weather. They not consistent, man. And that's my boy. What's up, Queen of Hearts? Good to see you, girl. Good to see you, Roll Tide over there showing love. Good. Hey, my Buck said this guy doesn't understand the scheme of the offense. And Britt said, nah, shut up and find his way on the phone. Britt said, because you can be a 5-star BS while the 3-stars having the game of his life. London Simmons is the prime example of that, chat. Asaya Fager. Last year, if you see 88 and 90 on the field, they made plays. Edric Hill, the same thing, 3-star. 94 made plays last year. I don't get it. Who else? Y'all are so excited about Drake Kirkpatrick being a legacy, right? Being a son of a former Alabama great. I think Dre Senior was a 3-star also, if I'm not mistaken. Was Dre Senior a 3-star? Somebody get fact check me. Stars come from kids going to camp and displaying their athletic abilities in front of scouts, quote unquote scouts' eyes, says Big Homie. That's just, and then a lot of this is controlled environment. I don't think you can really tell what a player does in a controlled environment. Simmons is going to be a dude 100%, Kareem. Already is. Just imagine what that interior defensive line rotation is going to be like with him. You got Simmons and Jeremiah Beaman for another 2 years. Beaman could come back next year. He still has 1 more year. Simmons is going to be back. You got Terrence Green, you got Corey Howard Jr., you got Mari Johnson in that room. Nolan Wilson is showing up on that roster. This staff knows how to evaluate, man. And all you got to do is go turn on some film and look at what these guys do on Friday nights in the high school level. Dre Senior was a 5-star. Okay. Star ratings don't equate to production on the field or court. Facts. 100%, Antonio. Yeah. So I think we right now, we can just kind of just pump the brakes. I think Marquise Mays, another receiver, Christian Jones, a lot of those guys were 3-stars, man. And Coach Saban went out and gave those guys a lot of attention, where it's very intentional during his recruiting class, during those years, and recruiting those guys and getting their attention and getting them on roster at Alabama. So with that being said, y'all, we're going to get ready to transition up out of here. I thank y'all for tapping in. One last time, man. One last time. This is how you help us out. Shout out to all of our sponsors and our supporters. This is how you help us out, by joining the AAA family. And we appreciate y'all for tapping in on today's show. Hold on.
All right, family. That's going to do it for today's show here on the Coach Smook Network. Once again, I'm your host, Coach Smook, your favorite Alabama insider and sports media personality. And I truly appreciate every one of you for rocking with us today. Before you head out, make sure you like this video, share it with somebody who needs to be a part of this conversation. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you stay locked in with everything we've got coming your way. We're trying to reach some goals here. And if you believe in what we're building here, I encourage you to take that next step and become a member of the AAA family. Remember, our mantra is authenticity above all. This community is built on real conversations and real insight and real information surrounding sports entertainment. Your membership directly supports the growth of the Coach Smook Network, and every hard-earned dollar contributed is not only appreciated, it's paid for through our monthly contributions to community health and awareness organizations. So you're not just supporting a YouTube channel, you're supporting a cause. Also, don't forget to check out the Coach Smook merch. We've got hats, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. It's a great way to show love and support for the network and rep the brand wherever you go. You can find the merch link in our main YouTube page and in the description. Put me in the game, coach. And if you want to stay connected and get more involved with the community, be sure to join the Discord. Just type the command in the live chat or head over to our main YouTube page and click the Linktree link in the description. You can also stay connected with us directly for collaborations, appearances, community service opportunities, and business inquiries by emailing us at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com. Our staff will respond in a timely manner. And for those who want to show additional love, you can always donate directly to the Coach Smook Network through Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. Every bit of support helps us continue to grow and elevate this platform. We also want to send a huge thank you to our sponsors and partners: Walk On Sports Bistro, Sports Info Solutions, Helping Hands LLC, Men of Standard Executive Security, Goomba Bully Killnos, and most of all, the AAA family. None of this is possible without you. Once again, thank you for all your support, the energy, and the authenticity you bring to this space. Until next time, family, stay safe, stay locked in, and when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Catch you on the next one.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all for tapping in once again. I appreciate y'all. Don't forget, tonight, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, we got live call-in, topic of conversation. I think a lot of y'all SEC fans, fan bases are in for a freaking rude awakening, man. A lot of y'all talking and popping that stuff, but I think a lot of y'all are in for a rude awakening. And a lot of y'all, I think, are thinking a little bit too highly of your team and are going to come to a reality real soon. I'm going to tap in with y'all tonight, man. Tap in with me live here on the Coach Smook Network on all platforms. We'll be live again Make sure you like and share. The link is already up. Go ahead and share it. Set your notifications. And if you haven't joined the AAA family, think about joining. Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. I'll catch you on the next one. Roll Tide and be blessed. Let's take it out, Jordan.
Crimson in my veins, talking Bama in the microphone. Look me up on YouTube. True cut, straight from the stone. Ain't no selling fairy tales, I'm exposing what they want. Alabama football, yeah, I live it, yeah, I breathe it. From the streets to the bleachers, every angle, yeah, I see it. Film study, so militant. I ain't guessing a thing. Break it down, every snap is like a coach in the team. Authenticity above all, that's where I stand. If you ain't a real fan, you'll fail with the fan. They tried to box me in, and I kicked the dough off the frame. Turn the pressure into power, put my stamp on the game. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, Coach Smook, that's what they saying. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, Coach Smook, that's what they saying.
Players and the staff are pulling up right now for today's scrimmage. Coach David Ballou in the front. Y'all can see everybody pulling up, man. Them boys over there, look at Deontay.
Hey, y'all, I'm walking out of Walmart. Hey, what's your name, bro? Man, my name Michael McKinney, man. I'm a true Alabama fan, and this man does a good job on his podcast.
What's up, bro?
Reviewing Alabama football. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate that, bro. Roll Tide, man.